fired up in the meeting room. Everybody was kind of jumping on top of him, and if there was a Gatorade jug in there, they probably would have dumped it on his head. So it was fun.
What has he done to kind of earn that opportunity?
Yeah, just from camp on, he's just been a guy that consistently does what we ask of him. And that goes for everything. On the field, the classroom, just a kind of a role model for other teammates, and he's a hard-working guy, and he's humble, and just kind of epitomizes what you want to be a Mississippi State Bulldog. So he deserves it for sure.
What's that process like? I mean, how does the staff kind of go through and figure out how to allocate these final scholarship grants?
Usually it kind of gets to this point, like later in the season, because you don't have a bunch of those laying around. There's usually 1 to 3 of those per season maybe that are there. So being a good citizen, being a good teammate, making sure not getting in trouble off the field, all that type of thing. That's kind of one check box, and then his grades are good, and then production on the field. In the last several weeks, he's been making some plays and getting some first downs for us, and kind of did enough to make sure that, hey, there's 1 left, and I think JJ's the guy to get it. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Coach Leach, funny delivery from him, but just basically put a big giant on the screen there in the meeting room of his page. So he got his picture up there and all that. Special announcement, JJ's on scholarship. Pretty to the point, but it doesn't take a whole lot for the team to kind of jump on top of that.
How does that motivate? I mean, you learned of it in that meting room?
Yeah, I didn't tell him either. I wanted a surprise, but we had just literally had a staff meeting and kind of finalized it. So, we want to wait and give it to him like that. Let's do it right now. Kind of thing was my idea.
Since y'all got here last year, there's been several guys that have gone from walk-on to scholarship. How much does that make y'all's job easier with other walk-ons to keep them motivated and give them something to shoot for too?
Yeah, 100%. Guys are they see that and they want to do this, the same thing. They want to attain that same goal. We're getting some good walk-on players in the program. That's the best part of it. So, you have your 85 scholarships, and then you want to fill the rest of those spots with guys that could potentially contribute for you down the road.
Besides having that year in the weight room, what steps have you seen Woody and Dylan make that's put them to where they are today?
I think it's just being able to read defenses and being able to understand not just what the play is or their assignment, but making an extra cut, where to go here, when to sit, when to run, breaking down defenders on the second level, that type of thing. So it's just kind of like an evolution process of last year, just trying to get them lined up and run plays to now they're trying to extend plays, yards after catch, pass protection, really making sure that they know their assignment, they're executing that at a high level. So just a maturation process from those guys.
How much fun is it to go in the film room and you see a check down to Woody 5 yards short of the chains, and he runs through 2 tacklers and gets a first down? What's that do for your room?
Nah, that's huge, and that's what we talk about. In recruiting we talk about that, and then also just for our guys, that's our standard. Not one person can't tackle us. One guy's not going to bring us down in the open field. So make him miss, break 1 tackle, and then let's see what we can get after that. So the more they do that, that's kind of the consistent goal that we're looking for, and the more we do that, the better our offense, kind of runs.
Woody and Dylan kind of seems like each week it's a new one of them making plays. Like obviously against Auburn, it was Dylan. Is this kind of how you envisioned the 2 of them working when you guys were in fall camp, talking about splitting, the workload and stuff like that?
Yeah, no, I think when we came out of camp, it was 1 and 1A, and I don't know which one was which, but we started one guy and then had a good game, and then week to week we just have a grading sheet, and whoever kind of performs better off that metric is going to be the guy who goes out first. But really, it's series by series, and we kind of go from there. So, a guy gets a hot hand, we'll ride him maybe an extra series in there, that type of thing. But I think they complement each other well, their styles, and it's good to see them both making plays.
What do you think it says about JJ that you have those 2 guys? Everyone knew that they're 1 and 1A, and he's still working hard to try to get that scholarship.
No, it's great. That's great. That's what you want. Everybody striving for that goal, and just being the best version of yourself. Some guys have different talents, but push yourself to be the best version of you, and you go out there and contribute the best way you can to the team, and he does that.
How important is it to have a homestand to kind of finish up a year? It's been kind of wild for you guys, but here you are bowl eligible with 2 left to play, and you get to play them at Davis Wade.
I'm conflicted. It's been awesome playing here, and at the same time, it's been awesome going on the road too, and seeing some of these crowds get awful quiet after a big W type of thing. But I don't think you can finish in a better way in the season, though. This would be awesome. The next 2 weeks to be here in front of our home crowd and the cowbells and packed houses. So it'd be great to kind of finish off the way we want to.
So according to some sources, you were walking up down the sideline saying Falcons Patriots in the third quarter of that ball game. Maybe kind of take us through that, kind of that motivational.
That's unbelievable. You could dig that up. But yeah, I'm actually talking to Coach Leach's son-in-law walking in at halftime, and he said 28-3. He's like, you know what that was. So, and Woody's actually a Falcons fan, so I went in there, told the running backs first, and I said, guys, 28-3, 28-10. So what happened after that? Falcons Patriots Super Bowl, 28-17. Then what? So came out and just kind of, I think, caught fire a little bit, which is pretty cool. But I saw a great meme of the two Spider-Men pointing at each other with the Auburn guy and the Falcons guy. It was pretty funny. Yeah.
In terms of recruiting, and not to look too far ahead of the Egg Bowl, but just having that like primetime spot on Thanksgiving, what does that kind of do for just like visibility for your program, especially for kids in the state?
Yeah, they just get to see what it looks like now, compared to when we first got here. But we talk about the product or what it wants to look like, and we go out there and then we can show it to you. So that's huge. I mean, it's like you said, primetime game on Thanksgiving. So it'd be exciting for our players to go out there and showcase what they've been working towards.
2 20-point and plus comebacks this year. I would assume as a coach, it's pretty easy buy-in now to kind of keep guys focused even when the game gets away, even though you guys have basically spotted head starts the last 3 ball games. But when you have that as a coach, how important is it for those guys to say, anything can happen, it's a 4-quarter game?
Huge, yeah, huge. But now we can focus on, hey, let's get a better start. That's, focus more energy into that part of it, because we know we can come back if we have to, or we need to. We need to play better, and we've been doing that. But now I think a little more emphasis on, let's come out that first series and pretend it's the 4th quarter. Let's come out there and kind of execute from the first snap instead of just waiting until, you kind of wake up or get a couple hits in and all of a sudden you're down, 7 points or 10 points. But it's great to have a team that's resilient like that, and the fight and the grit and the toughness, and that's what you want. That's what you want out of your guys.